Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you.
Nithyananda, everyone.
And welcome to after darshan a session where we are going to have sessions. So of course we just have received the darshan of Swamiji, and this is the most auspicious occasion that all of us are awaiting, where we receive the blessings of Swamiji in multiple dimensions. All right, so with this, let's enter into the power manifestation now. So we'll be entering into the power of manifesting the power of third eye. We'll be seeing picture blindfolded.
Yes, we're inviting all of you to join us for this power manifestation. So get your blindfolds ready. Many participants here in the Zoom room are currently off camera. Requesting all of you to join us. He Anchi, Su Wei Ping, Ko, Jiao Lan, Ma Fatima, Lu Chi, and Ma Suganyana. Please come on camera. Also, Liu and Jia, JJ, join us for the power manifestation. And get your blindfolds ready. Get the blindfolds, since we are going to manifest the power of blindfold reading.
Yes, please cover your eyes with the blindfold. And let's get ready to manifest the powers of third eye. You can sit with your head, neck, spine, and straight line, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Forget everything. Just remember Swamiji. His infinite grace showering on you. His love, His compassion overflowing through you. Now gently bring your awareness to your third eye, the Angyan chakra, and start to unclutch from everything, from all the identities that you carry. Remember and unclutch from any other happenings around you. Just go on unclutching. Now, let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. As you keep chanting the Mahavakya, let's enter into this manifestation where you'll be seeing picture blindfolded. So make sure that your eyes are covered with the blindfold. You're manifesting the power of third eye. If you haven't yet covered your eyes, please go ahead and cover your eyes with the blindfold. The image is now being projected on a screen. Let's begin.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
Now slowly, very slowly, you can open your eyes. Yes, you can open your eyes and take a moment to share what was revealed to you through your third eye as you manifested this power of seeing picture blindfolded. So please take a moment and share. Understand every time that you manifest these powers of third eye, the more click, the powerful cognition gets clicked inside you, and the transformation happens. You break your limitations, you break your bondages within you.
Yes, I'll take a few moments to share any details you received, any kind of experience you had, be it a sight, an image in your inner space, a visualization that you have received, or even a sense of touch or smell or even taste could be part of the power manifestation. So don't discard it. Sometimes certain memories are awoken. So for you to receive the bigger amount of information in a way that you can understand it. So don't disregard any information you receive. Just let it sit in your inner space and you will see more and more details will open up to you. So at first you might just see a color, then you might see a shape, and then you might see just an object, and all of a sudden you have a smell and the memory comes up and you remember the scenery and you actually experience the context for why this is being shown to you. So don't just take everything at face value. It always comes with a context. There's always a reason something is being shown to you.
Yes, we have Ma Nitya Sarva Mitra Ma who shares. Swamiji, my being get into steel constraint covered fully inside. I'm sitting and my fire grade brings so white blue flames. Okay, thank you Ma for sharing. All right, so now let's reveal the image that we had projected.
Yes, it's actually an image of a forest fire. It's a huge fire. And Masara Mitra, you were sharing a white blue flames. Actually, as you were searching for fire, many images with blue flames were shown. So it is definitely very related, Mom.
Yes. So thank you, Ma, for sharing. And all right. So thank you all for being a part of this power manifestation. And congratulations. Every time whenever the power manifestation happens, this is your time to grow oneness in you. To grow, let allow Paramashiva manifest through you. Let allow Swamiji manifest through you.
I think up for this thing.
Yes. So now will be end session. And the of knowledge. What is the source of is it the mind? Is the knowledge? Understand that which behind the brain. That is the source of knowledge. So let's enter into this revelation by Swamiji. So please come to the space of listening and let's.
The purpose of the description is how to use this modification to lead us to joy, to lead us to bliss. I can say it can lead only to joy, then bliss suddenly happens. is beautifully guiding us step by step. First, he described right knowledge. Second, wrong knowledge. Third, the beautiful vigalpa, imagination. Now fourth, he is talking about sleep. Step by step, he is leading us. The right knowledge, then wrong knowledge, then imagination. Deeper than imagination, there is something. That is what is sleep. This is also a modification which can lead to pain or anguish, pain or joy. Sleep. If you understand the word sleep in an ordinary way, what you understand as sleep, we can ask, how can that lead to pain? Sleep always leads only to peace. How can that lead to pain? So, sleep word should not be understood as we understand in a very normal way. Let's see what Patanjali has to say about sleep. Let us understand what Patanjali has about sleep. Abhava pratyaya lambana vrittir nidraha. Abhava pratyaya alambana vriddhi nidraha. When I read each sutra, so much of appreciation and respect for Patanjali comes. Even this sutra, if you have a little Sanskrit background, you can see, you can understand. Right words, not one word extra. Right words is connecting. Just one line. He has described different dimensions of sleep. Let me give you the translation. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. Abhava pratyaya alambana vriddhi nidraha. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. The moment I translate, I can very clearly feel I am able to translate only one dimension of that sutra. That sutra can be translated from different dimensions. Here I have a beautiful book by a research scholar, Salvatore. He has beautifully created a book giving 12 different translations. I wanted to give a credit for his great work. 12 different translations. When I see all the 12 different translations, I can say very clearly, each one of them are approaching Patanjali from different level of consciousness and different angle. I'll try to give you the deeper truths, what Patanjali is trying to express, what Patanjali wants to say about sleep. One important thing, there is no beings which does not spend its time, part of its life in sleep, first thing. You can be without right knowledge, without wrong knowledge, without imagination, but you can never be without sleep. You may be able to avoid those three, but you can never avoid sleep. It's almost like you are breathing. almost like you are breathing. It's your life. 1/3 of your life is spent in sleeping. If you understand the Patanjali's views about sleeping and ability to use that knowledge in your day-to-day life, I can say the whole quality of your life can be transformed. Every single sutra is a complete technique by itself. That is why I have to give so much of introduction to every single sutra. If you are coming every day, you can understand at least 10 minutes I spent in introducing Patanjali and every single sutra. Because every single sutra is a complete technique by itself. I can say every single sutra can create one religion. It has created. There are some religions which work only on sleep. One sect of Buddhism, they don't teach you anything else except the ideas, concepts about sleep. They help you to work on sleep, that's all. In daytime, whatever you do, you can do. In daytime, anything you can do. They say that let's do all the spiritual practices and take exercises for spiritual growth during sleep and use the daytime for some other purpose. I think that will be really a wonderful thing. I saw the other day one advertisement. Let you earn more and more money during your sleep and keep your days to spend with your loved ones. One financial firm advertisement. Anyhow, this Buddhist tradition helps you only how to work on your consciousness during sleep. Of course, source is Patanjali. You can imagine how great that Chidambaram would have been. Chidambaram is a place where he was born, lived and taught, ran his university. He was having a great traditional university, and still his community which he created is called Dikshidars. He is the founder of that community. Still that community is alive. Still they don't take initiation from anybody. Patanjali is Guru. So still his words are repeated, remembered. I can say some 1,000 families are there. And one important thing I want all of you to know, still that community, none of them cross the border of the town. You will be shocked. It is just 10-kilometer area. They take birth, they live, they marry, they give birth to kids, they die inside that city, inside that town. They don't move out of the town. They have a strong commitment to Patanjali and Nataraja. Nataraja is the Shiva. Shiva is the master of Patanjali. Patanjali became enlightened through the Shiva's darshan. Still, that community has committed itself for this knowledge. Whoever comes to their place, they teach, they share this knowledge, they make this knowledge available, they run the temple, and they have taken the vow, they will not cross the city. Sometimes I feel surprised. Even in this age, can you imagine? The education is available to them. Everything is available to them. But they have decided, no. We will spend our life, dedication, sacrifice. I can say it is their sacrifice kept this knowledge alive, unpolluted for us. There are so many scriptures which suffered interpolations, but I can assure, guarantee, this book is pure because this community took care. I remember them with all my love and respect for their great service to the sutras. They are called Chidambaram Dikshidars. still that community is there. They maintain this scripture, they preserve. It's because of them we have this knowledge. They have dedicated their life. It's unimaginable, not moving out of one city from birth till death. There are so many things to see in the world. Even the youngsters, this generation, I have met many of them. I ask them sometime, don't you feel like going outside, or your elders are stopping you? They said, no, we decided to dedicate. Our elders are not saying, they say if you want to go, you can go. No problem. There are very few, I can say 0.1% went out for some purpose. They also go out to run some temples there, that's all. Here and there, if Nataraja temples are built, they go outside and run the temples. I asked them, why don't you guys feel like going out? They say no. They call Nataraja as Ambalavanar. Means the Lord of that Chidambaram, Lord of the stage. No, he is enough for us. They feel he is the father of the whole community. And father is here, where else to go? That's such a strong feeling connection, commitment. It is they who preserved this whole knowledge. Not a single extra word. Apava, pratyaya, alambana, vriddhir, nidraha. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or nidra. He is not only talking about the sleep which you experience in the night. You lie down, there is no dream, there is no thought. Early morning you wake up, you know only that sleep. We remember only about that sleep. He is not talking only about that sleep. That is also one kind of sleep you go through. But you go through two other sleeps. The sleep which you experience during waking state. The sleep which you experience during dream state. The sleep which you experience during deep sleep state. Three sleep. Waking sleep, dream sleep, sleep sleep. Waking time also we experience sleep. You can see many times. You would have started the car, driven to office, half an hour drive. When you park your car in the office and get out of the car, only then suddenly you will remember you drove for half an hour. Half an hour you drove. You turned right, left, stopped in a signal, gave a brake for a cop. You did so many things. You did so many things. But you don't remember. Means sleeping during daytime. It's not only, see, I'm not talking about the people who have disorders, who sleepwalkers. I'm saying whole humanity is sleepwalking. Except a man who is awakened, who is enlightened, the whole humanity is sleepwalking. Sometimes my disciples find that people who are living around me, they find that clear difference. They will not be able to cope up with my clarity. They will not be able to cope up with my awareness. I tell them this. They can't grasp. Sometimes I struggle with them. Then suddenly I remember this sutra. Till you are enlightened, no other way. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. You will have part of your waking state sleeping. No other way. Absent-mindedness is one side effect or byproduct of this, what Patanjali calls as nidra. Being absent-minded. Please understand. Not being alive in the state in which you are is what I call sleep. Not being available or not being alive in the state which you are. Otherwise, all problems you face, you have solution. There is no problem which can't be solved. Please understand, I am very clear when I say this. I really mean this. There is no problem which can't be solved. All problems can be completely solved. The only one thing, you need to be available. You need to be available there. All problems are created when you are not available. When you are not available, you mess up the whole thing. It's absent-mindedness. Absent-mindedness, I can say it is very superficial word. Even that can't be the right description. You are there, but you are not there. You are there, but you are not there. Many times you can see, especially when you are watching TV, when you are reading a book, suddenly, for a few minutes, gap. Suddenly, few minutes gap. It's as if the pause has happened. As if a pause has happened. And you, at least with the book, you wake up and you can go back. That is why still no media is able to outdate books. See, no media is able to outdate books. So many medias have come where you need only less effort to learn. Lesser effort than reading a book. TV, so many medias have come. But book, you can't outdate a book because people always, they know in between they will have a rest. They will have pause. If they have paused, they can go back if it is a book. That is why people believe, trust, rely books more than any other source. Absent-mindedness. Suddenly you are absent. You are not there. Suddenly you are not there. See, your body is moving, you are walking, you are talking, you are going, you are doing this, you are doing that. It is showing all the medical symptoms of you being alive. Clinically, you are alive. Medically, you are alive. But you are not there. The reflection of consciousness is not there. Body is a mirror which has ability to reflect the superconscious state. The sun is a superconsciousness. Human body is the only body which is polished and directed towards that sun. The reflection is what we call soul, individual soul. All other bodies, they may be alive, but they are not that sharp, they are not that polished, they are not that sophisticated that it can reflect that pure consciousness, that sun. The reflection of sun itself cannot happen. That is why human body is so highly respected in the Vedic tradition. Even the devas, the angels, demigods, even if they want enlightenment, they have to take a human body. Please understand, you are in a blessed zone because the possibility is there for you. If somebody dies after having human body without becoming enlightened, that is the ultimate stupidity he can do. Sorry for the strong word. I am not saying, Shankara says. Shankara is saying, Manushyatva, Mumukshutva, Mahapurusha Samsaya. Viveka Chudamani. Sorry, I am using too many Sanskrit words. I will translate. Sometimes I always think that I should not use more Sanskrit words. But without the Sanskrit words, that original words, the much juice is lost. Sometimes I feel, if I have translated only one dimension, at least if I utter the Sanskrit word, people who knows the Sanskrit, let them understand from other dimensions also. That is actually, if I just speak in English without giving that original words, I may not express all the dimensions expressed by that word. So if I utter the word, at least for the sake of record, next generation who are listening, they may understand in a deeper dimensions, which I did not express verbally. That's the reason I never miss or I never forget to add that original words also. Manushyatva means human body. He's not even saying human body, humanness. There's a big difference. He's not saying Manushya Sarira, Manushyatva, humanness. Mumukshutva, seeking beyond, seeking the truth, seeking the ultimate. Mahapurusha Samsaya means nearness of an enlightened one, nearness of a person who has achieved. After achieving all these three, please understand, all of you have all these three. That is why you are here. The moment, of course, Manushyatva, no doubt, you all, at least I don't have doubt. Mumukshutva, the moment you decided to get into your car and drive in this LA traffic and come and sit here, you have Mumukshutva. You have Mumukshutva. There is no other reason. Why should you come here? You don't come here to see this throne. You don't come here to do anything else. You don't come here to see this or that things. The moment you decide to come here, what is the pull? Pull is, let me go and see what he says today. Yesterday somebody was telling, the moment I wake up early morning, Swamiji, all I think is, why still it is not become 7 o'clock in the evening? I'm just waiting. Sometime I even change my clock. But what to do? Changing my clock won't work. But in this country, they change clocks. First time I was surprised when I said that, when I heard 1 hour move it this side, I said, how can time move? Because in India, we never heard this concept of time moving. And still I have a problem when I travel from zone to zone inside this country. Because in India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, same time. From Calcutta to Allahabad, same time. I always feel, how can time move? Anyhow, at least time zone also we can understand. But suddenly 1 hour move this side. Anyhow, it's okay. The moment you decide to drive and come and be here, you have mumukshutva. The moment you wake up in the morning and you are thinking whole day about when it will become 6 o'clock, when it will become 6 o'clock I can go. If you are remembering, be very clear. You have strong mumukshutva. Nothing else is needed. Mahapurusha Samsaya. You have the nearness of an enlightened one. Beautifully Shankara says, after all these three, if you waste the time, it's a utter stupidity. Again, the whole thing boils down to this one sutra. If you ask me the question, how can I use? I have all these three, how can I use? Whole thing boils down to this one sutra, be available, don't be in nidra. This, avoid day sleeping, at least when you are with the master. Avoid day sleeping, at least when you are with the master. The absent-mindedness, I can say, because of absent-mindedness, people miss many things. The relationship, in the life, the decisions, many things they miss. Sometimes, see, being absent-minded, when you talk to others is one problem. I have a story about that. It really happened. It's a story in my life. In the North India, I was staying in an ashram in Rishikesh. The head of that ashram, that Swami, is a great sadhu, a very pious, wonderful person. Not only he will meditate and do tapas and study, he will do social service also. He will go all out in the local villages. He will collect all the kids and give them food and give them shelter and education, do all services. One big problem with that sadhu is he is absent-minded. Even while you are sitting and talking, he will fall asleep. The wild thing is, with open eyes, he will fall asleep. That's one big problem. So in the local, one government official became his devotee. He said, Swamiji, I'll take you to another one officer, my head officer, and get some 10 lakh sanction for our project, social service projects, 1 million rupee for our social service projects. This Swami says, yes, we will go. Next day, both of us went. That man took us to his higher officer and we went outside. He says, I can only introduce, I should not sit here and talk. You both of you sit and convince him. We were sitting and talking. That guy started saying what all service you are doing, and he started suddenly bargaining. Means, I will not give 1 million rupee. I cannot give 1 million rupee. I cannot give 10 lakh rupee. I can give only 5 lakh. Then I started bargaining and I started telling this we are doing, that we are doing. This Swami doesn't take anything. It is not going to his Swami and all. It is not going to him and all those things. And he was sitting. Suddenly I saw he slept. He's missing. With open eyes. I cannot wake him up in front of the officer. So somehow I managed, talking. Completed the bargain around 8 lakh. The Swami could have kept quiet. He woke up. He started telling, we cannot accept below 6 lakh. You should give at least 6 lakh. Just now the officer said, I will give you 8 lakh. Suddenly he wakes up and starts shouting in a high pitch. Big problem is, when you wake up, you just wanted to show that you are awake. You don't want them to think that you are asleep all this time. You just wanted to do something to prove that your identity, you are available. This guy suddenly woke up and started shouting, no, at least 6 lakh you should give. You cannot stop with 5 lakh. The officer got completely confused. What happened just now? I agreed for 8 lakh. It's absent-mindedness. Big problem. Absent-mindedness during talking with others or your activity, you will lose outer world. Absent-mindedness during your inner planning, inner visualization, inner thinking, understand, that is the worst part. You will suddenly miss some links. You will be thinking, I should start seeking sincerely. I should read this book. Suddenly there will be pause. And after a few minutes, I think I should watch TV. Time is going. I did not go to this show. I should go for that show. I should do that. Suddenly, there is a big pause. The thing which was happening inside you is missing. Please understand. The absent-mindedness which happens internally, I can say that is the worst thing. Nidra which is happening in the internal flow of consciousness, flow of thoughts, is worse than the Nidra which is happening in your outer activities. Absent-mindedness in the outer world, you may have only 1 or 2 problems outside. I have a story about that. I'll read it out. Because sometimes with my accent, people miss the punchline. The big problem is when they miss the punchline, they ask the next person. It looks very foolish. Then I have to elaborate on a joke. If a joke has to be elaborated, that is the worst joke. The joke needs to be elaborated. Something is seriously wrong with the joke or the person who told. Or the person who heard. An absent-minded professor was moving to a new house. Further along the same street, his wife knew that he was prone to forgetting things. So she wrote down the new address on a piece of paper before he went to college. She handed him the paper and the key to the new house and reminded him not to go back to the same old address. That morning, one of his students asked him a complex question, and the professor wrote the answer down on the back of the slip of that same paper. Student asked whether he could keep the same paper. Forgetting what was on the other side, professor said, certainly. In the evening, he returned out of habit to the old house, tried the key and could not get in. Realizing his mistake, he searched in his pockets for the slip of paper with the new address, but of course, there was no sign of it. So he wandered along the street and stopped the first personable-looking lad whom he saw. Excuse me, I am Professor Galbraith. You would not happen to know where I live, would you? That guy replied, sure dad, I know. Understand? This is too much. This is too much. Absent-mindedness in the outer world. Even with that, you lose only things of the outer world. Look inside. The serious problem, absent-mindedness in the inner world. See, forgetting to take your hat back, forgetting to take your glasses back, these are all just simple mistakes. You lose only simple things. But forgetting to keep the seeking, forgetting to keep the things which you really need in your life, that is where you lose too many big things. In the mind, many times, I have seen, whenever I come, a big group gathers and they are all inspired terribly about the seeking. And they pick up all DVDs, all books, all cassettes. It will be lying down in the cupboard till I come back again. No, it really happens. It's like people prepare for, when they read some books about exercise, or when they see some show in the TV, or when doctor says you have to exercise, they go to the shop and buy all kinds of instruments and all kinds of books, and it is lying down in the garage for next 2 years. Till they see the doctor again, until the doctor says you have to exercise. Till the doctor again says, insists, it is lying down in the garage. Means, inside your thinking, absent-mindedness. Please understand. Whenever I put a fire inside you, you decide, yes. I think from today, I am going to leave what Swamiji says. I think I wasted too much of time. You create all kinds of vows, all kinds of ideas, all kinds of thoughts. By the time you reach your house, that mental setup slowly, it's not there. The break. Inside your thinking system, you slept. The absent-mindedness. That nidra has happened in your energy flow, in your thought flow. See, just the sleep which you go through in the night time is no way going to lead you to anguish, pain. I can say it's a power, it's energy. You go back to the state, you go back to the source from which you created this body. See, this body was created when your mother was fast asleep. That is why still in India there is a tradition. Pregnant lady, if she is sleeping, she will not be disturbed. They won't sleep, they won't disturb her during sleeping. They say that Brahma is creating the body. Brahma is creating the body, let her sleep. They say she should sleep. When she is fast asleep, the energy which is there inside her womb, in that womb you are created. The creation happens in that womb. Every night you go back to that same energy. See, all your bed, pillow, everything is trying to create the same energy, same space, same mood of the womb. You can see even the sleeping posture, how you sleep. The same posture, how a baby is in the womb. Just go back to that same posture, you will fall asleep within few seconds. All the bed, everything is trying to recreate the same ambience, same experience which you had in the womb. You go back to the same energy and recreate your body and come back to live. That sleep no way will lead you to pain or anguish. But the sleep which you experience during the thought flow or the action flow, during the thought flow or the action flow. See, if you experience the sleep during the action flow, you will miss things of the outer world. If you experience the sleep during the thought flow, you will miss too many things of the inner world. You can see very clearly. How many times you take how many vows? What happens to all that? What happens to all that? After all, your mind, you took the vow. The other day somebody came and told me, Swamiji, in last 2 months, 20 times I quit smoking. Means what? 19 times you started again. What happens to your vows? What happens to your integrity? It is not that you want to break it. If you want to break it, it's perfectly all right. You have freedom. It's your choice. But something else is happening. Understand? Something else is happening. The sleep, a kind of a sleep is happening in your thought flow itself. In your very thought flow, sleep is happening. There are two kinds of repairing. See, every night when you fall asleep, so many repair work will happen inside your system. It gets rejuvenated. It gets rejuvenated. That's one kind of repairing. The other kind of repairing, it has to be done only when you are awake. You can't be put to sleep and the repairing cannot be done. The physical repair, you can be put to sleep and the repairing can happen. Your tiredness, if you are tired, you can be put to sleep and the tiredness can go away, repairing can be done. It's like an auto mechanic repairing a car. But the conscious repair, it's like a doctor doing bypass surgery. You can't be put to sleep. The repair work has to happen when you are alive. Doing conscious repair is what I call meditation. Sleep and meditation, both are almost same. The difference between auto mechanic and surgeon. Surgeon always gets paid more because he has to repair while the machine is running. You need to understand, you need to repair while inner chattering is happening. Many times when the inner chattering is happening, suddenly there is a break. Suddenly there is a break. People come and ask me how to repair. The awareness itself will heal half of the problems. One big problem, one big important thing you need to know, the moment you know you are sleeping, you will be out of sleep. The moment you know you are sleeping, you will be out of sleep. The moment you know you are breaking in your thought flow, you will be connecting it. If you know you are breaking, you will be connecting it. People come and tell me, they repent really. Swamiji, how much ever I tried unclutching, my mind sometimes goes here and there. I am not able to unclutch. I tell them, the moment you remember, unclutch again. Come back again, that's enough. Don't bother about few moments which you lost. When you come back again and again without creating guilt, the moments which are lost will be reduced, drastically reduced. But you lose confidence over you if you miss 2-3 times. If you miss 2-3 times, you lose confidence. No need. As Patanjali says, you slip. You slip while you are awake. Even in the conscious flow, you slip. He says beautifully. Again and again, I wanted to repeat that sutra in every level. The subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep. It not only happens during the sleep, it happens during waking sleep also. The waking sleep also two kind. One is with outer world actions. Another one is the inner world thought flow. Be aware of different kind of sleep. That's enough. Then you can start being awake. You can start being alive.
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you. So, the source of all knowledge. Let's have a little recap of what Swamiji revealed. See, understand, because of the mind, absent-mindedness, people miss many things. Whether in relationship, in life, in decisions, many things they miss. See, being absent-minded when you talk to other is one problem. There's a small story. An absent-minded professor was moving to a new house further along the same street. His wife knew that he was prone to forgetting things. So she wrote down the new address on a piece of paper before he went to college. She handed him the paper and the key to the new house and reminded him not to go back the same old address. That morning, one of his students asked him a complex question, and the professor wrote the answer down on the back of the same slip of paper. So the student asked whether he could keep the paper. Forgetting what was on the other side, professor said, certainly. In the evening, he returned out of habit to the same old house, tried the key, could not get in. Realizing his mistake, he searched in his pocket for the slip of paper with a new address, but of course, there was no sign of it. So he wandered along the street and stopped the first personal, uh, personable looking lad whom he saw. Excuse me, I am Professor Gilbright. You wouldn't happen to know where I live, would you? The guy replied, Sure, Dad. Of course, I know. So he even forgot his son.
Yes, so it is all about living in full awareness and full intensity in every single thing that you do. Be fully aware of every single thing that you do. Live as intensely as possible. Existence is not here to suck anything from you. It is here to supply you. You need to understand, you need the understanding from the other side, from the other direction. Remember, whenever that absent-mindedness is happening, and try to be more aware, that's enough. Just be a little more intelligent. See, many times we fear that being more aware in a situation, it feels like a stress, it feels like a pain. That's our idea that we have about awareness. Oh, I have to think of this also. I have to be aware of this also. Actually, when you live with intense awareness, it is alleviating because everything will simply run smoothly and you will be able to make informed decisions. So let us now enter into the technique. Whatever makes you very pleasant, whether some person, if you feel very pleasant by remembering your master, or by remembering your beloved, or by remembering some scene like a beach. If you feel very pleasant about somebody or something, just remember that alive inside while you fall asleep. Lie down in your bed and just remember that alive, visually, in multicolor, 4-dimension, vividly. Remember and continue to be with that till you fall asleep. You will see that vivid picture, vivid visualization, that vivid experience will penetrate your dream state within 10 days. And that will continue to be there throughout your dream, means you have mastered the dream. You may think, how can this happen in just 10 days? Just try it, you will see. Actually, you can continue this even in the waking state, but all our greed, all our addictions that we experience in the waking state, even the addiction to withdrawal from being aware, that absent-mindedness is deeply rooted in the dream state. So bringing awareness to the dream state is most important.
Yes. So being aware all the time, that's the key. Being intense. When you are intense, you are aware. So with this, let's get ready for the next session. And next session is going to be on evolve your consciousness. Again, remember, bringing awareness, more and more intelligence. See, as it is mentioned, whenever there is absent-mindedness, just bring more awareness.
You would have had that situation. You sit in your car, driving to your job. All of a sudden, you're just there in your office. You don't even remember which turn you took, where you shifted the gear, where you turned your head, and what you saw on the way. You just skipped through that whole period of your life. And that happens again and again. The morning we get up, we maybe make a cup of coffee, but all these actions, they are automated. They're not actually awareness. We're not actually aware of what we are doing. We're just running through our life in autopilot. And then all of a sudden, years have passed and we wonder what happened? What have we done? What have we achieved in our lives? when we can bring more awareness, then naturally all the creation, all the things that we manifest, they will become conscious. We will not simply do a time pass life. We will be alive. We will be expressing, radiating. And that is what Swamiji inspires us to be. He wants us to be leaders, manifesting reality, impacting people's lives, enriching and causing. So with this, let us now get ready for the next segment.
Yes. And the next session is going to be on be established in Turiya and become a leader. Understand? Only when you are established in that higher consciousness, when you are fully aware, being intense, you can become a leader. So let's enter into this revelation by Swamiji. Let's come to the space of listening and let's
About this absent-mindedness. It's my favorite subject. Because I suffer only with this problem with all my disciples. I can say this is one of the obvious, visible gap between a disciple and the master. Not only in the spiritual sense, I can say even a follower and a leader. Anybody can do 80% of the work. Person who is not having absent-mindedness or who is aware to do that last 20% only becomes a leader. Please understand, I am defining a leader. Leader is a person who doesn't have absent-mindedness or is able to do the next last 20%. He is the leader. That 80% running everybody can do the race. The last 20% who runs, he is the leader. So I have a story. An elderly widow and a widower had been dating for 5 years. He finally asked her to marry him. All these jokes, when I come here, I pick up from the American books. Because many jokes I tell here, the Indians can't relate. Even the last joke I said, a professor missing his house and trying to find out. This joke nobody will understand in India. Because if he misses his house, anybody in the street will tell where you are living. See, the whole street will know who are all living in that street. No, really. See, at least in the village where I am, I know every house. Their name, their kid's name. I know everybody. And not only that, who is having what all with whom. Everything. That's a lifestyle. Sometimes many stories I tell here, this whole thing goes to India also. Now this time they made live streaming. All over the world people are watching. Many times, these brahmacharis, they asked me, Swamiji, we didn't understand that story at all. Many stories they can't understand because in India, even especially when I was, the village in which I was born and brought up, it's like a 4th street, all cousin brothers and the whole village, practically the whole village will be relative, directly or indirectly. Kids will go into any house and eat anywhere and sleep anywhere. Once in a week they will take attendance. And they know all are there. Once in a week, the Friday they will all supposed to go to temple. They will all go to the temple. That time they will take attendance, that's all. It's a huge house. If somebody gets married, they will give a room, that's all. And it doesn't belong to anybody. I still remember once they wanted to sell the house in which I was born and brought up, one portion they wanted to sell. They were searching for a document. Finally they realized for 90 years nobody is bothered to find out the document or whose property it is. 90 years before the grandfather was there, in his name document is there. Means for last 90 years nobody questioned whose house it is. Everybody was living. Can you imagine? 90 years means 3 generations, nobody asked, no conflict arose, whose house it is. Who is the owner of the house? Nobody questioned. That head of the family, he is there. Whenever some girl gets married, one part of the jewel is given. When a boy gets married, a room is allotted. So they can't relate for this joke. Anyhow, I don't know whether they can relate or not. You can relate. Especially elderly widow and widower dating for 5 years, they can't understand. This itself will be a joke for them. They don't need a punchline. No, really, the other day, I was talking to one of our American disciples. He was very sorry for my father. My father died in a very young age. He was 50s, early 50s, he passed away. He was very sorry. And he can't understand that my mother cannot remarry in India. They don't even think. And he is thinking, he can't understand. He is thinking, when will your mother get the next marriage? I said, oh God, forget about this, we can't even think. Forget about this idea, it's the wildest dream. But he was not able to understand, he was not able to relate. Why? Your mother must be just in her 50s. Why she should not remarry? In India, of course, in the modern days, that is also less than 40 means only they think of second marriage. After 40, they don't even think. Many things. So the first line itself, they may be laughing now. He finally asked her to marry him, and she immediately said yes. But the next morning, he could not remember what her answer had been. In desperation, he decided to call her. He forgot. He says, this is really embarrassing. But when I asked you to marry me yesterday, well, this morning, I just could not remember what your answer was. She suddenly said, oh, I am so glad you called. I remembered saying yes to someone, but I could not remember who it was. I think that would have been the ultimate marriage. Anyhow, different levels of absent-mindedness. When you are absent-minded, internally, you are caught in addictions, not only addiction to the alcohol or drugs or smoking, not only that kind of addictions. Many addictions, even shouting, freaking out. You can see your whole life. Try to live for a few days with awareness. You will be walking in the same way inside your house. You will be sitting in a same sofa. Many times inside the house they share the sofas. This is for you, this is for me mentally. They sit in the same sofas almost. And when you come down in the same way. Sometimes even for 6 months you don't use many parts of your house. Many parts of your house, for 6 months you don't even use. I describe aparigraha. Aparigraha means living with minimum things. Whatever you have not used for last 6 months, donate it to some charity. Give it away. Somebody came and said, Swamiji, will they take my brain? I said, that won't be useful for them. Whatever you don't use, You are not used for 6 months, give it away. In that case, many part of your house, you have to give it away. Don't use. Means absent-mindedness. Forget about parts of your house, even parts of your body. No, really. You don't feel you are alive inside your body completely. It's all lying there because you cannot disconnect it. Because it is all already connected, it is coming with you wherever you are going. Otherwise, you yourself are not aware. Many times, you are not aware of your hands. You are not aware of your legs. It is there. Because it is there, it is there. You are breathing. You are not aware. Your digestion. People come and ask me many times about diet. I tell them, you are eating, you are digesting, you are asking about me about your diet. What is going on? I can't understand the concept of asking about your diet to somebody. When I tell them, they say, what is this, Swamiji? That is the way. You only have to suggest about diet. Means what? You are not even aware of your digestion. Be aware for next 10 days when you eat particular things. Be aware how you feel in the stomach, how you feel with the whole process of digestion, cleaning. You can very clearly decide which one makes you feel comfortable, with which you are happy, which one makes you feel relaxed. That's all. You say, no, how can this be so simple? Alright, it is that simple, that's all. Many times, I feel there's a big gap between me and the others. Now, when I say these things, people say, no, he doesn't know much. How can this be so simple? I just eat and you are digesting after all. Somebody else is digesting for you. Unfortunately, it's not happening. We don't have machines which will do that for you. Of course, now we have machines for dialysis which will do your kidneys work. We have many other machines. I don't think still we have a machine for your digestion. You are digesting. Just be aware of digestion system. Suddenly your body will tell right quantity, right quality, everything. That is why Patanjali never speaks about a particular diet. He only gives you simple suggestions and leaves it. He says, you be aware. Don't be absent-minded. Bring more awareness to your stomach. Bring more awareness to your diet. Bring more awareness to what is happening inside. The moment you dump, you are disconnected. You forget all about your stomach and food till the next meal. One person came and told me, Swamiji, I can't practice yoga. Can you suggest something else? I said, why? He said, there should be 3 hours gap between 2 meals. They say to do yoga, there should be 3 hours gap after meal. Said, then he asked him, he said, 3 hours after the end of the meal or beginning of the meal? We became so insensitive, disconnected. I want you to remember this only one word. Nidra means disconnected. There are so many definitions of Nidra. This one definition, carry this one definition. Internalize, internalize, internalize. Till you come back tomorrow. Just internalize this one idea. Let this one idea ring inside you. See the sutras, there are 199 sutras. Earlier, the devotees were requesting, please Swamiji, if you talk on 5-6 sutras on one day, we can complete the whole thing in this tour. I said no. I don't want to finish talking just for the sake of talking. At least the batch which is sitting in front of me should experiment with this. That is why I took up only one subject per day. Today is Nidra. Analyze the different dimensions, different aspects of Nidra. You have 3 kinds, 2 ways of sleeping, means 6. Waking sleep, dream sleep, sleep. In that waking sleep, 2. One is external and internal. External is responsible for losing all the outer world things. Internal is responsible for all addictions. Many times you decide, you don't execute. Means what? The vow, the strength, the sankalpa which has happened in your system is disconnected before even it spreads your whole body. For example, you decide, let me stop smoking. That sankalpa, it travels through your nervous system. Before even it occupies your whole body and brings it under the control and becomes an action, it is broken. The nidra has happened. The pass has happened. Your screen has gone into power saver mode. Because I am struggling with this Kindle. Every 10 minutes it goes to power saver mode. Your system goes to power saver mode. Understand, you don't have to save power because you are not connected to battery, you are connected to electricity directly. This machine has to save power because it has a battery. But you are connected to cosmos without socks. I was walking in India, I did a Padayatra this January. I am filled with so many memories and experiences of that wonderful Padayatra. Because I went to live with the villagers. After my mission started, first time I am going back to villages and living. 9 years I lived with them before the mission started. 9 years I spent my life with Indian villages. I can say that is the best place to live on the planet Earth. Best place to live on the planet Earth is Indian villages. Indian villages. Especially where the TV has not penetrated. I can say still at least 10,000 villages are there in India. They don't know who is the Prime Minister or President of India. I am not talking about America or other country. They don't know who is the Prime Minister or President of India. And not once police has entered that village. Not once anybody from that village has gone to any court. They don't have any connection with law enforcement department and government of that country. Not a single one would have even heard about the word tax. Forget about paying. They wouldn't have even heard about the word tax. I can say at least 10,000 villages are there still in India. Totally 4,60,000 villages are there in India. At least 10,000 are there. They are there. Living the Dharma. The Swami of that village takes care of the whole smooth flow of everything. They live. And I went back to live with them. Somebody from the different tradition came. I was walking without shoes. How can an enlightened man walk without socks directly touching the ground? I said, what do you mean? Only an enlightened man has to walk on the ground, touching the ground, because earth will feel blessed. He says, no. Earth will suck the energy. Whenever I walk, I feel depleted. I said, foolish idea. Stop believing these ideas. One important thing. If you start believing some idea strongly, you will start experiencing it. Stop believing the idea that you will be drained of energy. You need to forget some 10-15 words from your dictionary. I am burnt out. I am swamped with the work. Too much is in my plate. All these foolish words. I am so happy my brahmacharis don't know all these words. Really. All these words create that experience. When you start believing, you start creating that experience. I can say these are some of the poisons put inside your system. Slow poison put inside your system. I told him, understand, you are suffering and you will continue to suffer if you carry these words like earth will suck my energy, this will suck my energy, that will take away my energy. That's one group which teaches. Keep your eyes always closed whenever not needed. Open it only when you need. Otherwise the biomagnetic power will go away through your eyes. Oh God. Live as intensely as possible. Existence is not here to suck from you. It is here to supply you. You need the understanding from the other side. You need the understanding from other side. It constantly rejuvenates you. It constantly rejuvenates you, refills you. The disconnection which happens inside is responsible for addiction, dullness, and unable to keep the intensity in your life. When a vow happens inside you, before even it penetrates your whole system and takes over your system, the pause has happened. The break has happened. You have gone to pause mode. Don't pass life. Don't pass your life. Remember, whenever the pause is happening, and try to be more aware. That's enough. Just be a little more intelligent. That's what I am saying, nothing else. The essence of whole thing is just be a little more intelligent. That's all. I am reminding the same idea every day in a different angle. Patanjali is also saying the same thing in a deeper and deeper ways. First he expressed about right knowledge. With right knowledge, nothing much needs to be changed. You don't have to work so much on the right knowledge. That is not a problem at all practically. Then wrong knowledge. You need to work little on it, correct the direction. Vikalpa, imagination. Not only you need to correct the direction, very content has to be changed. With the wrong knowledge, it's only wrong direction. With imagination, the very vehicle which you are sitting is wrong. With wrong knowledge, you only need a navigation. With imagination, the very vehicle on which you are sitting is wrong. I have a story about imagination. One guy brings his brother to the hospital and says, "Sir, he thinks he's a lawnmower for last 8 months. Doctor said, "Why did you bring him so late? 8 months, what did you do?" No, just yesterday my neighbor returned him back." With imagination, very content needs to be changed, not just direction. With wrong knowledge, only the direction needs to be changed. With imagination, very content needs to be changed. The subtler than that, next level, sleep, very road needs to be changed. The very road needs to be changed. That's a nidra. Subtler and subtler modifications of the mind on which you need to work. The second level nidra, dream sleep. Please understand, the dream sleep. The dream, you can see, you completely have that confused identities. It is not chronologically clear. Sometime you will feel you are going to your school with your wife. Of course, in some countries it happens. Means the mixed identity. You will experience some incidents which happened in the 50 years age and 20 years age, you will confuse it and you will see that in dream. Means in the dream sleep, even in the dream you miss the continuity. Even in the dream you miss the continuity. There is one great tradition, spiritual tradition in India, worked only on dreams. Just on dreams. One tradition of Vedanta, they are called Aghoris. They work only on dreams. They master dreams. Even Tibetan Buddhism, one branch of Tibetan Buddhism, work on dreams. They work on dreams. They master dreams. They call it dream creation. There is a village belongs to Aghori Sampradaya in Madhya Pradesh. The Aghori Swamis live there. Of course, householders also live, but they all believe in the Aghori tradition. Aghori means compassionate, soft. Gora means wild, violent. Aghori means compassionate, soft. We have a wrong understanding about Aghoris. We think Aghori means violent, wild. No. Gori means wild. Aghori means soft, compassionate. They work on dreams. They have a tradition. If they see a dream that as if they disrespected somebody or abused somebody, in the daytime they will go to that person's house and ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me. We do the opposite way. The daytime we abuse, in the dream we may ask forgiveness. That also we may. With them, even if they disrespect somebody in the dream, they go and apologize that person. They believe the dream is an extension of waking state. If you are not daydreaming or falling asleep during your waking hours, your dream also will be continuous. You see, if you are able to maintain that continuous flow during the waking state with your awareness, in the dream state also you will be able to maintain that continuity. They use that dream state to solve all their problems, to find out the mysteries of the planet Earth and the universe. This great mathematician Ramanujan from South India, he had mastery over dream. Any problem, he will just contemplate in the night and go to fall asleep. In the dream he will have solution. Next day morning he will just repeat the solution. He doesn't know the way how he settled. He says, I don't know the method, but I know the result. That's why somebody started suspecting that he may be stealing the answers from others. If somebody asks, how do you know the answer? He's a great devotee of Solingapuram Mahalakshmi. There's a Devi, Lakshmi Narasimha. Narasimha is an incarnation of Vishnu. He's a great devotee of the Lakshmi Narasimha. He says, though Solingapuram Mahalakshmi told me, that's all. He has mastered the dreams. If you are able to be aware, even while the dream continues, you will use your dream to enrich your life. Please understand, if you can master this art, God, I can say, your whole life will be totally different. You can achieve straight away whatever you want. Mastering your dream means being aware even while you are dreaming. Not letting that breaking or the past happen while you dream. You may ask how to do. There is a beautiful technique, very powerful technique from Tantra. Visualize something which you like. Even Patanjali speaks about the technique. He gives in Vibhuti Pada. He gives in next Sadhana Pada and Vibhuti Pada about the technique. Whatever makes you feel very pleasant, something, if some person if you feel very pleasant by remembering your master, or by remembering your beloved, or by remembering some scene like a beach, if you feel very pleasant about somebody or something, just remember that alive inside while you fall asleep. Lie down in your bed, just remember that alive, vivid, visually, in multicolor, 4 dimension, vividly, remember, and continue to be with that till you fall asleep. Try this just for 10 days. You will see that vivid picture, vivid visualization, that vivid experience will penetrate your dream state within 10 days. And that will continue to be there throughout your dream, means you have mastered the dream. You may think, how can this happen in just 10 days? Try, you will see. But only one condition. You have to choose something which really makes you pleasant. By remembering which you feel very pleasant. You will continue. You will not have that dream sleep. If you have this, if you master this, you will not have dream sleep. Please understand. Patanjali is talking about many mystical dimensions. He is talking about all these things to awaken those mystical dimensions in you. Life is not just all about having what you call good life. Just few cars, few houses, and a family, maybe few wives. But sometimes I really wonder how these guys are able to manage few affairs, because constantly you have to hide. No, that's a big problem. And you need to spend so much of energy. No, really, the other day I was discussing with one of our disciples in Houston. That guy was telling, Swamiji, it's a big headache. Maintaining is a very big job. You need to constantly keep in touch. And anyhow, that is not all about good life. I asked him, we were discussing, he was talking about one subject, in particular field, in this country especially, the Indians are very good, it seems. I was talking about the medical profession and few things. I asked, how come? How it is happening? He said, first thing, the worry about maintaining other affairs are less, Swamiji. When you start maintaining, it's a big responsibility. Anyhow, it's like a big load, I can say mental load. Patanjali gives all these methods and techniques to awaken the higher energies inside you. He is not talking, he is not interested just to stop your that good life. What you call it good life? No. What you say that family, house and money and health? No, he says no, that is not all about life. There are so many other things which you can experience if you can have human body. It's like, you see, what is good life? You go to Hawaii and you know all the most frequented places. You stay there for a few days and you see only those few places and come back. That may be equated as a good life. But seeing every place, experiencing everything is what I call complete life. Yogic life. That is what here Patanjali wants you to live. You come here and what you call that, the definition. See, whenever you go to a new place, you know the tourist guide is there. The tourist guide will say few places which they got sponsor, that's all. They would have got sponsor from few people about those few hotels, few restaurants and few beaches and few places they will talk about, and you do that one or two things and come back. Same thing most of us do in the planet Earth. When you come here, You see the tourist guide which your parents are carrying. And you say, one marriage, one house, 2, 3 car, little bank balance. You do that and go back. Understand, that is not complete life. There are so many things which are hidden, deep secrets, which needs to be lived. Awaken those energies, those possibilities. Especially if you can stop that dream sleep. So many things can happen. Even in the dream sleep, there are 2 subtle categories. When you are dreaming, the discontinuity which happens with a dream and the discontinuity which happens with inside you. Just like in the waking state, 2 dreams, 2 sleep. The waking state, you have 2 sleep. Sleeping in the action, sleeping in the thinking. Same way in the dream state. Sleeping in the dreaming, sleeping in the thinking. The next is sleep. This is the ultimate sleep. Understand? You may think, what can we do about sleep? If you work on the dream state and go deeper and deeper. See, if you are working on the dream state, let me explain this very clearly, how to work on the dream state. If you are interested in working on the dream state, take up this technique. It will be very powerful. Every day I am going to talk about the techniques which Patanjali is expressing. If you can work, continue to work that day itself. If you can't, at least play with some technique, 1 or 2, you will see new doors opening. Working on the dream, as I told you, take up a pleasant object or a thing. If it is a person, it will be really nice because you can easily meditate on him, connect with him, feel him. Feel him inside your inner space, visually, alive. Just go to fall asleep with that one intense visualization. In 10 days you will see, he is there continuously. You will see his form in the dream. Clearly, in multicolor. Means you have mastered, you have created a continuity in the dream. Now you have mastered how to avoid dream sleep. If you continue the same thing, maybe after 3 months, in the deep sleep, you will have his presence, energy, but not the form. When you wake up, you know you have been with Master throughout, but you did not remember his form, that color, dreads, hair, you did not remember all that. But you know for sure you are with him. You have been with him whole night. Please understand, this is what is real Shivaratri. This is what is real Shivaratri. Krishna says in Gita, yogi is a person who does not sleep when everybody sleeps. This is what he means. You are awake throughout. Your consciousness is awake throughout. Try this technique. You will master waking sleep, dream sleep, and sleep. You will have that continuity in all 3 states. That is what we call Turiya, 4th state. If you are continuous, unbroken in all 3 states, you experience, what you experience is called 4th state, Turiya. By describing the sleep, Nidra, all Patanjali wants us to understand is the subtle state where thoughts are not visualized is sleep or Nidra. Now, try to be continuous throughout the Nidra, not only the sleep which is happening in the deep sleep time, the sleep which is happening all the 3 times. Be continuous so that it can lead you to joy. If you are not maintaining that continuity, if you are falling asleep, day sleep, dream sleep, deep sleep, it will lead you to more and more anguish and pain, which is happening in all of us, which is happening in our life. So understand, try to maintain, try to create the continuity. People ask me, if I am continuous, then how will I rest, relax? Understand, that continuity itself will be such a deep, restful awareness. It will not be restless awareness. Don't think, it will be like a load on you. Sometimes if you don't fall asleep if you don't sleep in the night, early morning you feel tired. It will not be like that. In that time, you are not slept, but you are thinking continuously, all broken ideas. It's like a garage sale. You collected all the things and you are completely confused with your objects. How to organize and how to market and how to price it, and you are suffering with it. Please understand, if you have not slept and early morning you are tired, you have done garage sale whole night. Whole night you have been doing garage sale. I am not talking about that mode. If you are create that continuity, that very continuity will be the deep, restful awareness. I can say that is the ultimate break you can give for yourself. Now, you don't have break. Break is not under your control. The continuity is the ultimate break. It looks paradox. Please understand. It looks paradox. Now you think you have a break. You have a break sleeping, dream, waking. You think you have a break. That is not a break. Continuity, having the continuity, mastery over the break is a break. Understand? Now there is a break, but you don't know when it will break. Mastery over the break is the real break. I have a story for you about break. A huge fire broke out near a farm. The county fire department were called out, but the blaze was too big for them to tackle. So a call for additional assistance was made to a part-time volunteer force. The volunteer brigade turned up in a dilapidated old truck which spluttered along the track leading to the fire. The county fire chief was about to apologize to the farmer for the embarrassment the volunteer force was causing, when to his amazement, the volunteer truck fearlessly drove into the very heart of the fire. Within minutes, the center of the fire was extinguished, breaking the blaze into two controllable sections. An hour later, the entire fire was out. The farmer was so impressed that he immediately presented the captain of the volunteer force a check for $1,000. The local newspaper man asked the captain what he was going to spend it on. The guy says, "I am going to get the brakes on the damn truck fixed." If you can break your brake, only then it is brake. Otherwise, it can't be brake. If you catch that continuity, you can break at any time. You can break at any time. The brake is under your control. So, let us break now. Understand these great ideas from Patanjali. Experience these meditations and catch that continuity, fourth state. Living in the fourth state is what I call living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Yes. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's day of the Paramashivoham Level 1. And so again, we'll be back tomorrow with another exciting sessions. And of course, the day will be starting with the Nithyananda Yoga, Pratham Vinyasa Krama, 108 asana sequence. So let's conclude our day with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.